Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over just a little bit of my setup for streaming pinball. I'm just going to show you a little bit about it. So this is the 4K P by AtGames. Pretty straightforward, right? We got the new Tomb Raider table on here. I have my topper on right now. Generally I would play with this off so I don't get any additional glare, but that is the thing. I have just a $20 tripod from Amazon right here. Pretty straightforward. Just you got to turn it a little bit, just make sure it's pretty stable and stays away from your feet. Up here I have a Stream Cam, which is a Logitech Stream Cam. It's a 1080p 60 FPS camera, and it'll cover everything from the bottom side of the playfield all the way to the upper side of the DMD. So that's all one cam. And then I actually separate them in OBS. So it's quite a different little setup. Here I got a Logitech C615, pretty straightforward, really old webcam that I had. It's 1080p capable. I only put it to about 30 FPS when I'm streaming so that it takes less takes less bandwidth to be able to run. This is a Logitech Yeti GX. And I bought a boom just so I could attach it to the top of my shelf here and then kind of direct it. I've got it directed like this for this reason, so that it catches the depth of the table. So the sound effects kit really needs to be able to be heard, and so you'll hear a lot of the depth and thumps from the table. But the mics in general are pretty good about picking up voice. So I want it to pick up table and sounds first, and then voice secondary, and so that's kind of what it does. You'll notice my voice is maybe a little more muted and a little less clean because I have a lot of the sounds going on. There's my computer here. This is a ROG. It's a 3070 Ti, nothing too fancy. Good PC. I spent about $700 on it. Upgraded the power source to an 850 just to make sure that I had enough room for growth. It's only got 32 meg of RAM, so I'm gonna probably bump that up to 64, but it doesn't need it. The fan doesn't even kick up when I'm streaming at all, so I have no problems there. Here's a secondary tripod for this cam. This cam I use strictly either for backglass during reviews and such like that, or I'll actually just take this out of the tripod, put it on the top of my monitor here, and I'll do that for lives. So in this case, here is my OBS. So there's my general setup for horizontal reviews. You see backglass, DMD, and I said again, the DMD and the playfield is actually all one screen. It's two different pictures on OBS, but there's really not much to it. So down here I've got some buddies. I got the new GameCube controller for the Switch 2, Pro Controller, things like that. A couple of amiibos. I have my capture card for when I do Switch 2 or Legion Go play. That's all set up and ready to go. I just swap out the HDMI and the power source from the Switch dock. The Switch camera is completely useless. Don't even bother. It's too low of resolution. Just use any old stream cam or webcam you have. It's not really necessary. And then I have my work computer over here that actually sets up and actually connects to my 4K monitor as well. This is a 32-inch 4K, so I can do the stuff over there and then have everything kind of separated in together. But yeah, so the rest of this stuff is pretty basic stuff. I did buy a custom mouse pad with my logo on it, so that's pretty cool there. And then I have the Quest 3 controllers there and everything else. So yeah, that's my setup. If you have any questions about any of this, I'd be happy to go over them. It's pretty straightforward. I can do anything from, I can do lives, I can do videos, I can do just about anything. The only thing I have to do sometimes, I play in a very dark room. Generally, I keep the lights and the blinds closed in here. It keeps it a little cleaner. You got Grogu and Lucas's spider up in the corner there. One thing I do with lighting, which is really tough, is when the lighting is normal in here, it would be like this, which is too bright. So you'll notice on the playfield, you'll get all kinds of additional glare. But if I actually push this button here, the top half of that light goes off, and it actually takes the glare right out. So the lighting is very important. And if I still have additional glare because of the white background here and the white light, I've actually put a cap on top of the light before to actually help with that. So that is one option. And then in a case like this would be my OBS for live streams. So the only thing you could see here is that I would obviously switch my camera here, the 610, and put it up on top of the monitor. And then I would just push the monitor back, and that would allow me to stream live. So pretty straightforward. There's not much to it. If I want to do anything vertically, this monitor is mounted so that it can turn vertically, and I can do games that way if need be. But that is my setup for streaming pinball. I'm trying to think if I didn't cover anything, but I think that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. It took a little work. I will say I do use Streamlabs as opposed to OBS. That's one option that I do have. I do use OBS when I'm doing shorts. So I'm gonna close that and drop into OBS real quick. The reason I do this is because you have to set a primary format for your original playfields, or for your original canvas in OBS. And so OBS has my vertical format as being the default, so that anything that I record out of here is going to be vertical. I can't do that separately in Streamlabs or OBS. You can't have a vertical and a horizontal canvas as your base. You have to do one or the other. So in Streamlabs, I do it horizontal so that I can have live, and I actually have widgets in there so that I can do things like viewer count and YouTube chat, which I know I can do in here too with browsers, but I use this strictly for shorts. And you can see here I've got an option for verticals and reviews, reviews and vertical, and Zechariah Pinball. When I turn this vertically, I can do streams like that as well, and recordings. So everything's set up. Going through all the boom mic is very easy to just swing over to the other table here and just be able to do a live from there. And it just it's pretty easy setup, to be honest. It is a little weird having everything close like this, but that's just kind of how it works. But yeah, that is RETROTECHX's pinball studio, if you will. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, guys.